Hi guys, Alex Sturgeon here in full COVID fro mode. Here to do a What's New Wednesday for the week of, what is this, the 8th today? I think it's December 8th. Anyways, it's probably our last one before Christmas. You never know, we could get something cool in next week. If the Losi truck comes in next week or something, we might do one. Anyways, let's get right into it. Okay, finally, oh my gosh, we've been waiting for these literally since like March of last year, and we finally got them. These are the belted Duratrax tires for the, let's say you could put them on your Stampede Granite. You could make a Monster Slash. These are the 12mm hexes. These are the X-Max tires. Belted, you can see they're significantly cheaper at $50.99 than the Proline stuff. Proline stuff's good too. It's just another brand, a little bit cheaper, and I'm excited to see these guys give it a go. We got in the new Trencher 19 crawling tires from Proline. So the Trencher design that's been around for all-terrain cars for a long time, actually, we now have in a crawler setup. And word on the street on my Facebook page that I follow is that they're really, really good. So one of my favorite names of all time for a tire. This one's called a Big Daddy. I believe that this is the same width as what would be on your Felony. I think that's what they're shooting for, but it's like a wider rear tire for your drag cars. This is something, you know, there's a lot of little stuff here, but a lot of it's very interesting. So this is an electronic power switch for you nitro guys, instead of the on-off switch that they're always known for going bad. This is electronic. A lot of the nitro guys, pretty much all the nitro guys, are using electronic switches nowadays, or no switch at all still, but the ones that are using a switch, they're doing electronically. All right, we just got in, this is pretty big news, we just got in yesterday, Traxxas Shock Oil. So we have a whole rack of this stuff. I don't know if we can see. Got a whole rack, and they go 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And then we have these shock oil sets that come with a little holder, and they're 50 bucks. So spinning carousel set. So if you got like a, you know, pit at home or whatever, you grab this, you set it on there, and then as you wear out, you can just refill them. That way you don't lose them. Speaking of shock oil, we got in the new ProTech RC. We got a lot of new stuff from ProTech today. This is the ProTech RC shock and fluid bag. So it's kind of a bag inside of a bag. You put all your oils in here, and then you can put in your bag so oil doesn't get everywhere. For anybody that travels, you know, I've done a couple events where I've taken my stuff on flights, and TSA gets a little bit sketchy about your oils and stuff. So it's good to have them in a nice container. So we have a fuel stick, Quick Pit 2. They call it a dump gun, but it's basically a fuel stick. So where are they at? Do we have any? Oh yeah. Okay. So for a long time we were doing fuel guns, which could still be a thing. I know some really fast pit guys that still use just a regular fuel bottle, but the trend now is to have a dump gun. So it's just you're trying to get it as fast as you can. Put the fuel in here, put it in there, go. It dumps really fast, and you're on your way. That's how you get your super fast pit stops for your buddies, or if you're a mechanic for somebody that's, you know, like some of these guys, like Mayfield and those guys, that kind of have a pit guy that they always trust when they go to these races. Little tool set here. We got the Turnbuckle Wrench Set from ProTech, a whole bunch of different sizes. We got in, this is brand new. This is their Pro Torque 5-piece hex driver set. So it's going to come with the 5 major things we use: 7, 5.5, 2520, and 15. These are the major tools that most of our cars all use. ProTech now has it in a nice little set. It's not crazy expensive, $34.99. The cool thing is you can use the handle, and then if you've got one of those cool drills like I do, you can just put this in the chuck of that, and it saves you a whole bunch of space in your pit box. All right, your DR10 guys, finally the wait is over. Exotech has come through in the clutch, and they have given you guys an aluminum idler gear. A couple of our guys, right out of the gate when they got their DR10s, chewed up some idler gears. I kind of asked how come there's no aluminum option for it, and they said why, and I was like, because we had 2 customers already chew them up, and it's because they're putting stupid motors in them to make them go as faster than what came stock. Well, that puts a lot of stress in your drivetrain. Idler gear is the first thing to go. Here you go. Got a whole bunch of these in stock. Thank you, Exotech. Okay, I don't know if I've ever covered this before, but this is the the ESS1 system from Team Associated. This is a sound system for your RC car. So if you've ever had the opportunity to hear the Traxxas sound system, it's cool, and it made me giggle the first time I ever heard it. But then after about 5 minutes, it gets kind of annoying. However, if you're one of those guys that's like, I like the sound of nitro because nitro's got the engine noise and all that stuff, well, you can now fix that right here with your car sounding noise that you can put in anything. The Traxxas one, you had to have a Traxxas speed controller and all that other stuff. This one works in just about everything. One thing I have seen people do with this is the crawler guys have been putting sound systems in their trucks, which looks really neat when they're on video and stuff. You know, I'm just gonna put that back in the bin over there. All right, this is a Black Zon Slayer monster truck. So we have in this store and in the industry, we have toy grade and hobby grade. Most of what you find at the big discount stores, they're all toy grade stuff. So you buy them, give them to your kid, they go and they break them, they go, oh, that sucks. And then after like 3 or 4 of those, you come to the hobby store, we show you the hobby grade stuff, and then you get better at it, go from there, and you can actually fix it. However, there's still quite a lot of people out there that want, they don't want to pay the $150 it takes to get into a basic ECX system. They want something under $100. So we've been accommodating them with pretty good toy grade stuff. We're very picky about which toy grade stuff we get, because if it walks, goes out the door, it doesn't work at all, then they got to return it, and it turns into a thing. Nobody likes a thing. So most of what we have, not most, all of the toy grade stuff that we have has been proven to work. So we just got a bunch of these in. This is really neat because it's got lights on it. It's got the battery and charger included. It's 4-wheel drive, waterproof electronics, 2.4 gig radio. It's $80. Okay, so it's getting up there in price as far as the toy grade car goes, but it does have all the features that you would want in a hobby grade vehicle for half the price and half the size. It is 1/16 scale. We got in this guy right here. This is the Spirit of St. Louis, one of the Rage planes. Rage. Spirit of St. Louis. It's $100. It's ready to fly, and one of our guys has already bought it, and he tries to fly it around in here, and it's really annoying. But he does a good job of making sure it doesn't land in anybody's head or anything like that. All right, so a couple What's New Wednesdays a while ago. One of the little things on the bottom was, how come you guys never get any rockets in? Well, we do. We have tons of rockets. It's just that the rocket field right now, there hasn't been a whole lot of new stuff, so it doesn't really make the What's New Wednesday. That has now changed. I actually went and found something new. This is really cool. The Leo Space Train rocket kit. So this is one that you put together, right? So you got to glue it and paint it and all that good stuff. But it has these cool little wings on the side, and then you go shoot it up, and then you got to go chase after it. So hopefully it's not too windy of a day. And then I thought I'm going to include a couple of my favorite rockets kits. This is green eggs. So you put your egg in here, right? And it says, how high can your egg-stronaut fly, right? This is only 20 bucks. Egg not included, obviously. And then here's another one. This is the Space Crater. This also has a spot for an egg right at the front, and then it comes back down safely, hopefully. So there you go, rocket guys. There's some new stuff there. We got some new stuff. Metal Earth, I wanted to show you guys these. We got tons of these Metal Earths. I just grabbed a handful of them just because, and of course 3 of them are Star Wars because why not, and then 2 of them are duplicates, so look at how that works. But there's a motorcycle. There's Boba Fett. You can actually do Boba Fett now because he's canon, he's back. And he's vicious in The Mandalorian. There's R2-D2, there's a Stormtrooper. We have way more than these, like tons more. I could have brought them over here. We could have done a whole video just on Metal Earth. We got in some weaponry. So we have this is an AK-47 assault rubber band rifle. And you look at the color of the tips here, and you match it up with the color of the rubber bands. And then you can go and shoot stuff. Hopefully not people. We also have cap guns. I think we're one of the only places around that actually has cap guns. So there's your cap gun refills, and then this is your cap gun, and you put the little round things in there, and you do that. Funny story about cap guns. I 6th grade, I was a cowboy. 1989, I think. And I had a trench coat cowboy hat. I had my dad's bullet belt from when he was a cop with actual bullets in it. And I had my 2 cap gun shooters in holsters, my dad's actual holsters, that I went to school with in 1989, because back then there was no such things as school shootings, or if there was, nobody knew about them, and you wouldn't get expelled. About 2 years later, that would have been a bad day for me and my parents. But for Halloween that year, I had my cap guns in there, loaded up with cap guns and everything. You can't do that nowadays. I do not condone chasing after any sort of animals or relatives or anything like that with your rubber band guns, but you know, it happens. It's kind of funny when it does. All right, a couple more last things here. We got in another popper. This is now a Pug Popper, so you can see they look like little tennis balls, and then you put them in his mouth and you squeeze them and they pop out of his mouth. So shoots 20 feet. Thought that was pretty cool. We're gonna revisit the cat button, because why not? We have a couple of these left in stock. If you're looking for some stocking stuffers, pull tag to try toots, okay? And there's a little cat butt right there, and it's pink, and it sounds like this. And finally, I found something over there that I hadn't seen yet. I plan on, this is going to be my wife's stocking stuffer, because after Christmas then, maybe she can play doctor. That's it. That's all we got. It's pretty long What's New Wednesday. I actually found a lot of stuff. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you check on After Hours Thursdays at 9 o'clock. The podcast filming is Mondays at 6:30-ish, and we've had some really good chat discussions, so join the fun and ask us some questions. I'm going to go shoot down an airplane. So thanks for tuning in.